So this is a blueberry lavender iced tea that I made, and I added creme brulee coffee creamer into it. And I know that sounds really weird, but just hear me out. It's so good. A couple days ago, I was scrolling on Pinterest and I saw these cheddar and chive biscuits that just looked so good, and I decided I wanted to make them today. I've literally never baked biscuits before in my life, so we'll see how this goes. It's gonna be more of an experimentation process. I'm making lunch for my mom and her coworker on Monday, and I want to make these biscuits along with maybe like a white chicken chili. I'm going to pair the biscuits with a honey orange butter because the sweet will go really nicely with savory, so we'll see how it turns out. I'm gonna prep everything first. So I'm going to shave the cheese, I'm going to cut the chives, and apparently this recipe calls for shaving the butter as well. So we have to shave the butter, which is a statement I never thought I'd make. Buns are in the oven. I halved everything in the recipe because I wanted to test it out first. I'm also not completely following the recipe because I wanted to make these biscuits my own. When I cook, I like to experiment with my own flavors, my own way of cooking that I think would make it better. So yeah, everything in the recipe was halved. I did 2 cups of flour instead of 4, so on and so forth. Grating the butter was the hardest part. I don't understand why grating butter was so hard. The recipe called for it to be frozen. Mine was only refrigerated, so I understand why it needed to be frozen. The actual grating part itself, the butter was coming out in nice slivers, but holding the butter stick while it was half melting in my hand, that was not fun. The dough just got a little bit too dry, so I added extra buttermilk, and then it got way too sticky, which you can see right here. It's literally sticking to the counter. Hopefully the biscuits will not turn out dry when they come out of the oven. So we'll see how that goes. This recipe called to roll the dough out onto the counter and use a biscuit cutter. I just pulled it apart so that it's kind of an abstract shape. I feel like that kind of makes it a bit more fun. Instead of just adding salt, I also added paprika and a little tiny bit of garlic powder to give it a few extra flavors in there. So we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, we will. I'm going to make the orange honey butter. Okay, so now that everything's ready, I'm going to do my favorite part, which is the taste test. So this is what the biscuit looks like. Here is our honey butter. I did so much better than I thought. The biscuits are so fluffy. You can really taste the cheddar in them. And then the honey butter is whipped. So it just gives it all such a nice texture in your mouth. I shock myself every time I do this. That is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below what you would like to see me cook. And here you go. Tell them what you think.
Okay, I don't have like words. It's really good.
I will see you in my next video.